Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're not talking about Northwest Arkansas? What? I know. So, let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could share this video with your friends or family, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas, obviously. I try to make sure that everyone knows how amazing and why Northwest Arkansas is by far the best place to live in America, by far. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's a starter pack for Northwest Arkansas. Shocker, I know. So if you want to know what the hospitals are like, what are the schools like, all the cool things to do in all the different cities, if you want maps, if you want itineraries, you want the whole kit and caboodle, enter your information below for the NWA Starter Pack. I'll ship that package to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below, and I'll make sure to get that package shipped to you right away. All right, so obviously we're still talking about Northwest Arkansas. Tricked you there, not really. But today we're talking about what are some places you can drive to, like from Northwest Arkansas, because part of the reason why I moved to Northwest Arkansas is because it has so many amenities here. You can do so much in Northwest Arkansas. But like almost every city in America, it doesn't have everything. But the interesting thing with Northwest Arkansas is that there are so many things within a relatively easy drive that we're talking about on this video. And the first place we need to talk about is obviously Dallas. Dallas was within a 5-hour drive-ish, depends on how many laws you want to break. No, but seriously, it's in a quick distance of driving to Dallas itself. So I've been down to Dallas quite a few times to go to conventions, go to concerts, go to things down there. Now, obviously there's a lot of concerts happening in Northwest Arkansas, but sometimes those like mid-sized bands that are touring around America, they're gonna obviously they might swing down through Florida and hit the South and then go through Dallas. Those are the kind of bands sometimes I'll go down there and see, but it's nice because it's just an easy drive. It is an easy drive, like 2 turns down to Dallas, and it's about a 5-hour drive. But it makes it really easy just to get on the road, it has an easy drive, summertime, windows down. It's a great time going to Dallas. I actually do really love it. And so it's really cool to go big conventions down there. Also, the interesting thing what happened in Dallas recently, specifically Frisco, is the fact that Universal Studios is putting actually a big theme park there. So that's gonna be a big, obviously, win for Dallas, but Dallas is a little, let's say a little crazy to live around. Obviously, that's why a lot of people are moving from Dallas to Northwest Arkansas. But it is nice to have that availability to go down to Dallas for bigger conventions, bigger concerts, massive stadiums, all the events, all bigger events. And the cool thing is that it's kind of like the hub for all international travel obviously, so a lot of times, Dallas is a big thing, so maybe you want to drive down there, stay at a friend's house, and then get on an international flight to maybe Antarctica. Who knows? I don't know why you'd want to go there, but you never know. So you get on an international flight to somewhere else. So easy drive, nice drive. That's why Dallas is on the map for doing other things besides just in Northwest Arkansas. And the second place we need to talk about, and this is the Las Vegas of the Midwest, we're talking about Branson. And so Branson is a really cool place. Now, back in, I would say, back in the day, Branson was a little interesting, so to speak. It wasn't the best place, but over the course of time, and I just went there a couple times, of course, and it's changed so much. Even though it has its eccentric little weird stuff, like it's kind of like its own little brand, so to speak, Branson is a cool place to bring kids, family, go-karts outside. You have Silver Dollar City, Big Cedar Lodge, you have obviously Table Rock Lake, all the Ozarks, you have all the mountains, so to speak. So it's a very pretty scenic area. So there's so much to do around Branson area, golf carts, tours around the caves, golfing itself. So there's a lot of things to do. It's a really fun family vacation. Now, the interesting thing is many, many years ago, obviously people made fun of it, and it is still kind of eccentric in its own weird sense, but it has branded itself, so I do appreciate that. So it is still kind of weird and fun, but it's changed dramatically in the last probably say 20 years or so. So it is worth checking out if you are in Northwest Arkansas. If you want to kind of like stay around close vacation, it's really close. I think it's like an hour and a half drive from here, maybe 2 hours tops. And so it's really easy to get from Northwest Arkansas to Branson. So it's kind of cool to go out there and just kind of family vacation because there is a lot to do out there. And it's an easy, I would say, affordable trip to get out there and have all sorts of fun. Whoa. Before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas and you're looking at homes on like Realtor.com or Zillow.com. Way too slow. Way too slow. So I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's Instant Home Updates. Crazy concept, I know. So enter your information below: square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, where do you want to live? I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes to homes for rent or for sale, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email just kind of talking about all things NWA. What new businesses are coming here? What new brands are coming here? What new musicians are coming here? All the new events are happening, music events, all the things. If you want to keep up to date with all things NWA, enter your email below. I'll make sure to send that email out every single Friday. Side note, you might get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, so to speak, but I'll make sure you're the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And number 3, we're heading north to Kansas City. So once again, the cool thing about Northwest Arkansas is the fact that there's so much to do there, but there are some things that other cities have that are within driving distance that people sometimes leverage. Now, Kansas City has a lot of different things. It has big sports, has really cool parks, has museums, it has all sorts of different things. Now, a lot of those things you can find in Northwest Arkansas, but part of the reason why people go to Kansas City a lot, and if this ever changes, it'll be a game changer for Northwest Arkansas, but the nearest IKEA is in Kansas City. And there's not a lot of IKEAs in America. Don't get me wrong, there's not IKEAs on every street corner like Walgreens, but there is an IKEA in Kansas City. Let me tell you what, sometimes you just need to take a weekend trip, head up there. It's only about a 2.5, 3 hour drive up from Northwest Arkansas to Kansas City and back. So it's definitely a day trip, but it's cool that you can shoot up there, have all the fun downtown sections of Kansas City, grab IKEA, all the fun stuff, and then shoot on back to Northwest Arkansas. So it's really cool to kind of go through the catalog, pick all your stuff, get the whole thing, do the whole thing. And then you get lost in IKEA, you'll probably get lost in all the warehousing section, maybe you end up falling asleep in one of the beds over there. But regardless of the fact, you will definitely spend some time in IKEA and then shoot back down to Northwest Arkansas. But obviously Kansas City offers a lot more than IKEA. All the different cool shops there, cool things to do downtown. Obviously, it's a major city, obviously, but it is within a 3 hour distance of driving or less from, depends on where you are in Northwest Arkansas, but it's a really easy trip. One road, literally almost one road right from Northwest Arkansas to Kansas City, super easy drive, and IKEA makes it all worth the while. And 4th on the list is Tulsa. Tulsa is even the most easiest drive. It's like about an hour and a half ish away from Northwest Arkansas, depending on where you end up in Northwest Arkansas. So super easy trip out there. People go out there all the time. There's a lot of development between Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa on the 412, the 412. And so there's a lot of development right there because there's a lot of industry moving there. There's a lot of handshakes between Arkansas and also Oklahoma to build that area out. So the distance between Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas is shrinking dramatically and quickly because obviously the Oklahoma Turnpike is a major artery right there for transportation. So long story short, people go out to Tulsa all the time. They have amazing gardens in the downtown section. There's a huge infrastructure boom within Tulsa. They're growing at a very quick pace, but they're doing a lot of, obviously, redoing of the downtown sections of Tulsa itself. Amazing different downtown parks, really cool downtown sections that have been modeled after Northwest Arkansas, so cool stuff about that. But on top of that, obviously, Tulsa has casinos because obviously casinos are illegal in Oklahoma, so a lot of people go out there for the casinos, so that's kind of fun and cool. Amazing zoos, aquariums, but probably the biggest thing about it, and this is why I put it on the list, Tulsa has all the cool things, but the thing that I love most about Tulsa, and this is, it has a Trader Joe's. If Trader Joe's ever comes to Northwest Arkansas. So Trader Joe's is out there. If you definitely go out to Tulsa, let me know. Call me. I can get you a list. I can get you a list of things to get for me. I'll make it worth your time to drop it off. But obviously, Trader Joe's is out there. Love Trader Joe's. Obviously, close to my heart, close to a lot of people's hearts. So if you go out to Tulsa, definitely stop at Trader Joe's when you're out there. And last but certainly not least, and we're sticking inside Arkansas because the fact that you can definitely take a trip down to Hot Springs. So Hot Springs is probably the most, I would consider, touristy part of Arkansas. And so there's, sometimes people want to move down there. It's a interesting place to move to, I would assume too, but it's definitely heavy tourism. So people go down there for the horse race track. They go down for the actual hot springs, hence the name Hot Springs, of course. So there's a lot of history behind the hot springs and medicinal and healing properties. So people go down there a lot of times for those kind of purposes. There's a lot of mountains down there, trail systems. So there's a lot of bike races and running races down there. So Hot Springs is definitely a place to go and hang out for a weekend trip. Easy to get down to, simple trip down there and spend some time there a weekend. Really old hotels. Maybe some, if you want to get into the paranormal stuff, definitely over there as well. But it's really cool to go down to Hot Springs of the heritage of what's happened down there, all the history, all the hot springs, all the different things you can do for healing waters down there. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check out Hot Springs. It's well worth a trip to go down to Hot Springs. All right, that's all I had for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids. There is a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it, use it when you get down here. Also, when you come down here, I can give you a $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, we'll see you next one.